Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. So now we're in the class trial to solve who killed Miyu. Now, last time I expressed that somehow I do think Okichi maybe did it, or at the very least he aided whoever the Blackened is, whether it was causing confusion or whatever he did. But because it's so obvious, I don't think it's him. But I will say this, the fourth class trial usually has a suicide of some sort. So I'm not sure, because because Miyu herself did a lot of setting up. Like, she was planning to kill someone. But I don't know. It's a little confusing, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Now, in terms of skills for this class trial, I think I only made one second here. I only made one addition, which I believe was, let's see here. Clear Mind. Increases the amount of letter cubes that I can acquire at once during Psyche Taxi. So that's really the only one I was able to add. I got a lot I can add, but I just don't have a lot of abilities I can easily unlock. At least not yet. But other than that little addition, that's it. We're doing this. Let's find out who killed Miyu Iruma.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation.
Come on, Monokuma, I thought you said you're gonna be into this.
Screw it. This is tiresome.
You need more motivation!
I do. I really, really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Huh? You mean like a tie? It means they're both the Blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
Really?
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
What is going on with you, Monokuma?
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it? We can't die here!
Go, Himiko.
Oh my! Himiko has become so determined! It's true! People really do change!
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
You tell him, Himiko.
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Kaito's the culprit!
Yeah, how did I know he was gonna go there?
What? Say that to my face!
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Miyu.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
Oh, you shouldn't have gone there, boy. The fact that Kaito was the only one logged out is suspicious. But he's not the culprit. He can't be. Alright, we gotta get Kaito off the block here. Hold on. Victim of the Ultimate Inventor. Victim's body discovered in the computer room. The estimated time of death is 6:30. And if I remember correctly, one second. Let's see, where's the log? Map of the world is up here somewhere. Log in, log out record. Even looking at the picture, Kaito logged out a full hour before then. And estimated was 6:30. And if he was not in the room, so this might either, so log in, log out record, maybe. But I don't think it's one of the things, is it?
Kaito logged out first by himself. Miu was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Impossible.
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
First, we need to decide if Miu was killed in the real world or the virtual world. That's where the problem lies. So maybe it's the hammer. Hold on. What do I have for the hammer? Found on the ground by the avatar. Miu claimed she had rewritten all the objects. So the hammer is a suspicious one.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Miu.
What was Kaito's account? He was only logged out while he was looking for the secret of the outside world. Oops, wrong one. No, get back up there. I was looking for the secret. A ring of light appeared, and he was suddenly logged out against his will. See, the thing is, if he was on the roof... Yeah, because if he was on the roof, there's no way he could have logged out on his own without the cell phone or being in the parlor.
Was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Okay, so I gotta figure out which one's gonna do it.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Miu was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
I don't think that's it then.
Culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible.
That... Wait, maybe we have to insert doubt. Could be the killing game... Okay, so right now, hammer or killing game simulator?
Because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was...
We're gonna try to get a little fast forward here.
What do you mean, last words?
So this might be it. Hold on.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Miu was still...
That's not gonna do it.
That's when you poisoned her. No?
Alright, that didn't work.
I was wrong!
Yeah, I know, but we're gonna have to figure this out.
Kaito logged out first by himself. Miu was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible!
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it!
I figure it's the poisoned her that's the problem.
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me! That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito? Well, Kaito, any last words? What do you mean, last words?
We're getting kind of down to the wire here. I'm trying to figure this out.
Kaito logged out first
By himself.
Miu was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned her. Kaito?
Alright, that wasn't it either.
Kaito logged first by himself. Miu was still logged in though. That's when you poisoned her.
Kaito culprit?
If that was it, I missed.
Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we? The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me!
Man,
The diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
this is getting kind of hard.
Any last words? What do you mean, last words?
I'm trying to figure out what could go here, or what I need to shoot down.
Kaito logged out.
First, by himself. You were still logged in, though.
That's when you point. Kaito?
Damn it, it's not that either. This is getting kind of hard. I'm trying to think here. I think I need to look at this for a second. Hold on. I need to look at all the info I've got and figure this out. Alright, let me try something.
Oh no!
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you...
Oh, that was it!
I'll reveal the truth!
I do a little perjury. I never started with a perjury before.
Wait a minute, Kokichi. Mew couldn't have been killed with poison. And it's much too early to decide that Kaito is the culprit.
But why? I think it's already too late. You guys are taking so long to realize that people can kill others in a snap.
I know Kokichi hasn't forgotten about that. He's just pretending. Alright, Kokichi. I'll play your game. If you're going to lie, I will too.
Have you forgotten? The bottle we found at the scene was an antidote, not a poison. It's not like Mew could have been killed by an antidote.
What? Are you serious here? Come on, Shuichi. That bottle definitely had poison in it. Didn't we check the label?
I know that expression. Kokichi is toying with me. He knows the flaw in his argument. He's just pretending not to.
Is this fun for you? Messing with the trial?
Well, I mean, this is where it gets fun for both me and the culprit. So what's this talk about an antidote? We'll just say you misunderstood the whole thing, Shuichi. We all know you wouldn't lie.
Of course. I'm sorry. I was just misremembering.
I can't let Kokichi continue this line of questioning. It will implicate Kaito. Why is Kokichi doing this? I have no choice. I have to call him on it.
But Kokichi, you're misremembering as well. You were the one who told us about the warnings on the label. If you remember what was on that label, you'll see that your argument is flawed.
What warnings? Was there something like that on the label?
Is he still pretending not to know?
So what does that mean?
It means that Mew couldn't have been killed with poison. That's what I'm trying to say.
What if you're mistaken about the antidote, Shuichi?
Right. Well, for now, forget the antidote. Let's focus on exactly what was written on that warning label. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Then what was that poison for?
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Mew's real cause of death. The only one I can think of? Because it was either the poison or the killing game simulator itself.
This is it! Mew's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file.
Miyu received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question. Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
Gonta, seriously, I know you're dumb, but you can't be this dumb.
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Miyu was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Oh, it seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit? So we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
Actually, that's pretty nice.
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Miyu.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
Kokichi, really?
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Let's begin then.
The fatal damage that Miyu received in the virtual world. Let's pin that down.
In the virtual world, Miyu was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whatever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
I don't think so.
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
Got it.
I agree. Mew's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
But yeah, because of how her hands are, it looks like she was choking, basically. So she had to be strangled.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Mew was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Mew was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh, the Assassin Master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world?
Well, here's what I think could have happened. Because I see where he's getting at this. Because strangulation is a physical thing, there's no way to actually crush her windpipe in the virtual world because her windpipe really exists in the real world. But if her mind thinks that, it might cause her windpipe to contract like it's getting strangled.
If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool. There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
Yeah, because knowing how to kill many different ways. Yeah, that's nerdy indeed, Kokichi. Yeah, sure.
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Something for a rope, I have an idea of what it might be. Possibly, actually. I found it during the investigation. Yeah, the only thing that could have been. The toilet paper. It's the only thing that's rope-like. At all.
This is it!
Oh, wow, I was right.
During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion.
Is this toilet paper? What would toilet paper be doing here?
I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that!
Oh, here we go.
What you mean, Shuichi?
Huh? What's wrong?
What, wrong? Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all!
What is your problem, dude? Let's see.
There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope!
I think there is.
Tear too easy! Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart! There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy! Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart! There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy! Even Gonta know that, and Gonta not smart!
There we go.
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
You died such an awful death, so why you not take this seriously? You call yourself ultimate detective? Use your head! Figure out real murder weapon!
Nope, nope.
No, I'm positive toilet paper was used instead of rope.
There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy!
Nope.
I'll cut through your words!
Unbreakable
The toilet
objects.
paper wouldn't tear. Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Gonta not really understand, but... Sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
You simple, simple, simple fool.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
Actually, I think she's right. It kind of is.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
If the culprit meant to get rid of the evidence, why? They did a poor job of it. There's a much better place where they could have destroyed it.
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Wait, we already know who brought the hammer. The person who brought that hammer, well, that was Miu.
That's it! Miu was the one who brought the hammer.
Miu bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
I rewrote the program to delete all dangerous objects that can be used as weapons.
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Miu must have left it on purpose.
On purpose?
But why'd she do that?
Miu brought the hammer for sure, but what did she need it for? We need to make that clear. Alright, that reason.
Let's assume that Miu brought the hammer.
I'm gonna say this might be a
What was she
possibility.
planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Miu gonna build stuff with hammer!
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
You idiot! She was the
Really? That white noise got in the way of just... Maybe that's the wrong one, but I don't think it... Yeah.
Let's assume that Miu brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
The white noise got in the way.
Break down a wall?
So I don't know if I actually hit it or
Uses
not.
for a hammer. Gonta no! Miu gonna build stuff with hammer!
She probably just brought it for
I'm
self-defense.
gonna try again.
Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
You
Idiot, she was the victim!
Oh, that really isn't it. See, I didn't know that.
I was wrong!
Okay, see, I thought I hit the white noise.
Let's assume that Miu brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a...
Hold on. This might be it.
hammer. Gonta no! Miu gonna build stuff with hammer!
Okay, she did a lot of weird
Probably
stuff.
just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
You idiot!
She was the
victim!
That's not it. I got a feeling that's what we have to do. I think she planned to kill someone.
Let's assume that Miu brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Miu gonna build stuff
I got a
with hammer!
feeling that last statement is what I need to
Probably
get.
just brought it for self-defense.
Misconception, she was the victim.
Or
I think she
secretly
wasn't
met up with
intending.
someone and tried to kill them with it.
You idiot!
She was the
victim!
I swear that has to be it. It's gotta be the misconception.
Oh no!
Let's assume that Miu brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Or did I hit the? Or did I have the wrong map selected?
Gonta no! Miu gonna build stuff with hammer. She probably just brought it for self-defense. Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
You
idiot! She was the
victim!
All right, that's not it.
Let's assume that Miu brought the hammer.
So,
what was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
I don't know.
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Miu gonna build stuff with hammer. She probably just brought it for self-defense. Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
You idiots!
She was the
Victim!
Okay, I swear that has to be the one. It's the only one that fits. So why does it not... That's the only statement I can see, because I think that is the misconception. I mean, yes, she was the victim in the end, but I don't think she was the intended victim. Okay, I'm trying to think here. She wasn't the intended... Unless I'm thinking about this wrong.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with
I think I had to agree with Kokichi.
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer.
Maybe I have to agree with Kokichi.
Don't you know? Mew gonna build stuff with hammer.
You probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly
met up with someone.
and tried to kill
Ah, it's in a weird position.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she trying to do with it? Maybe use it to break down a wall? Uses for a hammer. Don't you know? Mew gonna build stuff with hammer. She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone.
There we go, we have to agree.
I agree. Mew was gonna meet up with someone in the virtual world.
Mm-hmm. With me. I was supposed to meet up with Mew on the roof of the mansion.
What? Is that true?
I overheard them talking about it at the chapel.
By the way, Mew asked to meet up with me before we went into the virtual world. I totally forgot where we were supposed to meet, so good thing Keyboy spied on us.
Wait, so Mew called Kokichi out?
If Mew brought the hammer, I wonder what she was planning to do with it.
Kokichi's already figured it out. She was planning to kill Kokichi.
That's it!
That was her plan.
She was trying to kill Kokichi.
She was what?
Yep, she plotted to meet up with me and then kill me with the hammer. If you want to prove this, you'll need to figure out Mew's plan, okay?
Mew's plan, huh? I'm sure if I analyze the clues we found, I can figure something out. Alright, let's do this. Ah, Psyche Taxi. And away we go. Try to see if I can get two at a time. There we go. Okay, who tried to kill Kokichi? Straight down. Miyu. Alright, gotta get this next one going. Oh, I need one more. Come on, I need one more block. Where was Mew trying to kill Kokichi? Well, that would be in the killing game, the virtual world. Oh, nope, stay in this lane. Tried and true. Alright, last question. Come on. What was the bottle of poison at Kokichi? Oh, that's right. Miyu was the last one in. She was trying to make it look like Kokichi committed suicide. She was trying to fake that he committed suicide. I think I see where this is going. Miyu intended to kill Kokichi. We've got bits of evidence that prove it. Like how she reprogrammed Kokichi being able to go paralyzed if he ever touched Miyu. And with the poison there at his seat, if everyone came out of the virtual world and saw him, what looked like he was strangling to death, would have simply looked like he took the poison. But my guess is she didn't read the label about the bloodshot thing though, which would have been the giveaway.
It connects.
So she was trying to set it up as a suicide.
She wanted it to appear as if Kokichi was killed in the real world.
She placed the poison on my seat to make us think the murder happened in the real world.
She did that too?
What? Miyu was the one who put that poison bottle there? No, that ain't right. Something's definitely weird about that.
Uh-oh.
When could Miyu have put the poison there?
If she did place the poison,
The
without us
login, log out
noticing,
record. That's the
then she
proof.
must have logged out at some point.
And then what? She logged back in?
Kokichi, weren't you in the salon around that time? Did you see her log in or log out at all?
Nope, I didn't see that at all.
If she hadn't logged in or out, then you couldn't have placed the poison.
Nope.
That's wrong!
She was the last one in. The record shows it.
It was Miyu who planted the poison on Kokichi's chair. She had plenty of time to do it. Here, take a look at this.
Is this a record of who went in and out of the virtual world?
That's it.
That's right. It says that Miyu was the last of us to log in.
2 minutes
Yeah,
to do it.
what about it?
If she logged in last, she would have had time to move around in the real world after the previous person logged in.
That's right. She could have placed poison bottle on Kokichi's seat.
This was all part of Miyu's plan. She tried to kill me in the virtual world, make us think it happened in the real world, then pin the crime on Kaito.
Well, that's not my fault.
Which is why she manually logged you out, just for that purpose.
So she did that to me?
Yes, I'm positive of that. Miyu used a method only she could use to log Kaito out manually.
How did Miyu log Kaito out? That would be the cell phone.
This is it! It was the cell phone found by Miyu's avatar. I verified this myself when I spoke Kaito's name into it.
Kaito Momota. He logged out, just as I thought.
I see. With that cell phone, she could force anyone to log out at any time.
But Miyu never mentioned a cell phone, right?
That's what Shuichi referred to when he mentioned a method only she could use. She kept the cell phone a secret on purpose, so she could use it for the murder.
So, she really was planning a murder.
So now the question is, why did it backfire on her?
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Do I? I don't know about that.
Oh, come on, Monokuma. This is pathetic.
Huh? Wait, what were we talking about?
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Huh? Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
What you mean?
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know. She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. But once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys will love it. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. So, let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
No, not us. Just one.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideal fun situation! Now we can start a real class trial!
Hey, Kokichi sorta sound like Monokuma.
He kind of does, actually. He's kind of taking on the role of Monokuma.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
At the moment, you kind of do.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think. That kind of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward! Aren't you gonna do something?
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. There, I did it.
He's completely lost his drive! Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former fame.
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die, you know that?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin searching for the culprit, let's start with Kokichi's story.
Huh? My story?
You were meeting with Mew, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Mew.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
Isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
Except virtual world rules don't, they're not the same.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
I remember you and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locked the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked, so you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
She got you there.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually. Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Mew's death. Truth? There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game. Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Mew who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Mew sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
Whoops, my hand slipped.
If that's the case, then Mew might not have even gone to the roof.
Oh, she did.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
It's true. First, we need to determine if Mew was actually there or not. Did she go? Or was she never on the roof at all? Let's see what we got. Let me check Samugi's account. Samugi was searching for the... Oh no, there we... Oh, that's right. She saw Mew's avatar.
Mew was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Mew should have been at the chapel.
I don't think so.
That's wrong!
Mew must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
Yeah, when I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry, I thought I was just mistaken at first. Since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
It must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
Oh, yes.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated. She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-okay.
What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time. This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
Shut up!
I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now, I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Miyu used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was. Her avatar.
The way across it only Mew knew about.
Like a hidden bridge besides
The
that
wall
sign
added. The wall that was added.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
Or maybe she teleported with magic.
Nope.
Or she used a warp zone.
Nope.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew can...
I agree with that.
I agree.
Her hidden route was the wall itself.
That's it, Kibo. There was a hidden route only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Oh, yes.
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass
Don't
through.
be naive, Shuichi.
Oh, here we go.
What is it, Kaito?
Jeez, you set up a weird wall like that?
Yes, I think she did.
That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Nothing to do with it.
Huh. You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
Really, dude? Her avatar is what allowed her to do it. Yep, there it is, avatar. That's what I want.
What we gotta figure out is how Mew got from the chapel to the... So why waste time talking about the... It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
Now, wait just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up
Oh, darn it.
only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after
Oh,
all.
darn it. I missed it.
You get it? So let's go through this one more time. But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
I'll cut through your words. The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you, the more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through...
Then her secret route was through that wall?
That's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map.
That's what I said already. Then again, you guys can't hear me, so...
I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? 'Cause Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall is the end of the world. Literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there.
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
You lied. Huh.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Yikes, dude.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Monotaro?
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Yeah, you kind of helped on that one, Mono Fanny.
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Miyu to get the Cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
The events that led us there. Oh, the loud noise.
This is it! You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
What was that sound? It sounded as if something was struck very hard. It came from outside, but...
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
For now, let's go outside and check. Oh no! What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I think I heard him outside. He sounded close.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, Well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, going to not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Another mysterious phenomenon. Something that shouldn't be possible, like Miu in the mansion or that loud noise. I need to remember everything else that happened in there. Ah, the mind mine. Oh, there it is, the sign.
I see it.
Everything's on its side. It's just so weird looking. But that's the other strange occurrence.
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Miu dropped the sign in the river.
Oops, my hand slipped.
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Alright, here we go. Another Psyche Taxi. Oh, you're moving. At which point was the signboard swept away? That's when Miu threw it in. Oh, the check. Oh, the river. Alright, let's reveal the next question. Oh yeah, they're moving. Where is the end of the river? The wall. According to the map, that's the wall. Oh no, from that side it was a chapel side. Alright. Final question. Oh. Ah. Moving all the way over. Yeah. It's getting more and more complicated. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? Oh, there's 4 questions. I'm sorry, not the final question. Well, that'd be the mansion side. Ow. Now we're on the final question. No narrow street here. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? Chapel side. Yeah, with the current. Oh, no? Oh, compared with the river's current, where did it float?
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current.
Which is what I was saying.
We all saw Mew drop the sign and watch the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river. Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
So I think we're finally going to reveal the thing I forgot to put in the last episode, which is how I think the map really looks. So I think we're about to get there.
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic.
No, we're not.
We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know. But Shuichi should know, right?
Yup.
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know, Shuichi?
Ah, well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
Hey, yeah, wouldn't Mew's avatar be the thing? Okay, guess not. I thought that was gonna be the clue for sure.
Damn it!
Maybe it's the wall that was added then.
This is it! It might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through. The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Yep.
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
That's right. That's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall, but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that? Basically, that the two walls are actually one wall, from different sides, because the world wraps around.
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
You're not my partner, dude. Kaido's been cleared. What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Downstream and upstream connect.
That's it! What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel.
We're getting
It's
there.
all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
For once, Kokichi actually does have a point, though. Well,
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Exactly.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Unless they're the same wall, but from different sides. Wait, in that case...
I got it! I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls... they're the same wall.
That's it! The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
The same wall?
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us...
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch!
It can't be. This would be too short if it were.
If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
The secret, huh? Yes. I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. The Hangman's Gambit. Question. What unique is... okay, what unique feature... yeah. Unique feature of the virtual world. Okay, one second. Not D. I gotta start this up here. What do we got? I gotta find what I start with. L, R, M? Oh, that's a W upside down. World. Oh. Skip the letter. World loops. That, like I've been saying. I don't see a P though. Wait.
I see now. Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop.
Loop?
Yep, a big loop.
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example...
Show it.
when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream,
We're getting there.
and floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Here we go.
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
Nope, it's actually quite simple for a computer.
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Nope, the wall made it
Not
seem like that.
necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop
Actually starts here.
there! The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map.
Yep, this is, there it is. That's
The
what I wanted
loading
to show.
point was actually at the edges.
See, that's the image I would have created if I remembered to create it, but that's what I was trying to get at.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather... her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right! That's how the virtual world works!
Impressive, Shuichi! For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Mastermind.
Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
We're not done yet, guys.
You're welcome.
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Miyu. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve. If we can't find the culprit, it would all be for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Miyu's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Miyu? Little break. Go ahead and save. And let's keep going. Alright, one second. I gotta do a different Monokuma now. Man, I'm bushed. I got no motivation at all. And Monophanie's period is late, too. Father, why would you know Monophanie's cycle?
And another thing.
Never mind that. Perhaps this lack of motivation is due to a lack of hibernation.
Yeah?
Lack of hibernation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been sleeping well lately. So I haven't really been able to hibernate. That's awful. What could be causing it?
Ah.
It's 'cause you have a lot on your mind?
Huh?
Is it 'cause the graveyard shift pays a better hourly wage?
Huh? Really?
Is it 'cause you don't want them to think you're just goofing around?
Huh?
Is it 'cause you want to stay friends?
Huh?
Is it 'cause you want to watch it in real time? Father? He's gone into hibernation. We should let him be.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. Night-night. Where did Monokuma's energy go, really?
My head!
Monotaro! Pull yourself together!
I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but I just can't. My head! My head hurts so much, I just can't remember.
Have you forgotten? Maybe that's for the best. From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves. After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know?
Wait, what? Oh god, really? Really, we're doing this? That is so gross.
Daddy? Wait, what? I'm gonna be a father?
What a colossal death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
We understand Mew plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Mew's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Yeah, you and me both.
Let's see. Mew manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion. And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Mew's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Oops, my hand slipped. I've said it like 3 times in this
She
trial.
dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion. Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet up, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
That's when I saw Mew.
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
Maybe that when culprit killed her.
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it. If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead.
She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
No say such mean things. Killing game bad, not Mew. Mew not bad person. Going to think we could have been friends, if things different.
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
Yeah, she's right to give out that one too.
That wouldn't happen.
Nuh-uh. No way, Jose.
Huh?
Anyway, let's continue the discussion. If Mew was killed on the roof of the mansion, the culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her, right?
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Now we know the mansion and chapel were actually next to each other. But the problem is the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Don't not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Physical strength equalized? That problem. Gonta no can protect everyone if that happens.
Jeez, keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
Oh, did someone just break the fourth wall on me?
How did they send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
What? What was that sound?
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
Yes, there's no doubt in my mind that the noise is related to this case. We need to figure out what the sound could have been. It might be a clue we need to solve this case. So what was it? It sounded like something slammed hard into something else. So what were those two things? It could be... Wait. Mew hitting the wall?
That's it! I think the sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall. The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Mew colliding with a wall.
If that's the case, Mew's avatar must have hit the chapel wall really hard. We felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
Yeah, that's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking? Why are you talking like you know everything?
Let's not worry about that right now. More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends? Us?
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Getting Mew's avatar to crash into the chapel from the mansion's roof. There's only one way I can think of how to do that.
Hey, Shuichi, as your partner, I'll give you a little hint.
Your what?
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. And the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof. If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
Kokichi is talking as if he's already got the whole thing figured out already. But I can't let him distract me. I need to solve the case. How to make Mew hit the chapel wall from the roof of the mansion. I'm going to find the answer. Handman's Gambit. S. Wait. Oh, slid. Slid from roof. That's a Monokuma bubble. Oh. Oh, slid off roof.
I see now. The culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar.
Slide?
Aw, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body wouldn't have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. So I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
Except...
No. It would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
What?
Who the hell is Shumai?
Oh god, don't tell me that's me.
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
I'm positive that's how Mew's avatar was moved, but maybe the culprit was maybe the culprit used something else as well to help her body slide. The lattice. The lattice as a sled.
Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. But not frozen solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
He's right.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing
like that around.
Yes, there was.
That's wrong!
No, wait. There was something that could have been used to help slide Mew's body. Do you remember the lattice that was found by Mew's avatar? The culprit laid her on top of that, then used it as a sled on the roof. I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked. But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof? Then that's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct! After the culprit killed Mew on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on a sled and slid her down the roof's steep slope.
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
The impact made all of her belongings scatter, including the hammer and cell phone.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff.
And you just made a Sonic the Hedgehog reference.
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
Okay, I think Monokuma's back.
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful. You gotta be an example to our new family.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you grandfather now?
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
I don't know. Do we have enough evidence for that? I don't think we do. The culprit.
Yeah. In the end, we'll still need to guess the culprit, huh?
But Gonta can't believe one of us killed Mew.
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from Mew, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Samugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
Ooh, you got me.
That's right. 5 suspects. Me, Samugi, Gonta, Kokichi, and Kaito. We don't know enough to name the culprit yet, but one of them is suspicious. When we were talking about the rooftop, they clearly lied. But what reason would they have to lie? I'll need to press them for information before taking any judgments. Alright. Let's see. Wait a minute. You were supposed to meet up there, and you're the one that's probably lying. You're the biggest liar here. I think it's you.
It's you! Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting. It all began when Miyu showed us the map. That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
Oh, mine. I don't think that's it. I think you did meet her on the roof.
I see it!
You've got to be lying about that.
When you were explaining that the door to the roof was locked, you said...
Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
But later, you said...
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high up, right? Past the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. And the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof.
That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Huh? What?
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous?
Is this a sincere reaction?
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks. Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
Is it my fault?
Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
She did not.
She did too.
Then when? Tell me how long ago. In hours, minutes, and seconds.
What a worthless fight!
Okay, Monokuma's definitely back.
Stop them, Grandpa! Oh, this terrible fighting is bad for the baby!
Yeah, Grandfather. Stop them before your grandkid is born.
He's just like, no.
I'm not gonna apologize, cause Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn.
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
We don't have time for this. But Kokichi is stubborn. He won't fess up no matter what. But if he's being this stubborn, it makes me think he has something to hide. To get him to show his hand, I have to prove he was on the roof. I might not like it, but I have to be aggressive. If we don't get to the whole truth now, everyone's lives are in danger. Here we go.
I didn't go to the roof.
Hold on, I'm gonna check something.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon the whole time, you know?
Liars burn in hell, you know.
If you're lying, I'll set your pants on fire!
That's fine, because I'm not lying.
Then why do you look so nervous?
I got a feeling the bullet about Kokichi in the salon, that's got something to do with it.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man.
Hold on. Agreed to meet. There are no witnesses that confirm he was in the salon, though. Well, the bullet is he was in the salon. So if I lie, that makes it opposite, meaning he wasn't in the salon. Let me try the truth, though.
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in the salon
the whole time, you know?
Okay, I'm gonna try a lie after that.
I was wrong.
Alright, so I think we're gonna lie.
I didn't go to the roof.
I've had enough of your lies, man. I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it. So what did Kokichi do? I turned back
At once, of course. And stayed
In the salon the whole time, you know?
Ah, it was a lie.
I'll reveal the truth. Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you.
Oh, that's what we're lying. We're lying that we went to go check on the salon, and if he was actually there, he can tell the truth saying you never came in.
but you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi? So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi or me?
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
The one who's not Kokichi.
100 house points. No, Himiko points to Shuichi.
But to go to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass by me in the dining room. I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there.
Damn it, Tsumugi, don't ruin this!
Oh well. I'll believe Shuichi anyway. He's usually right about stuff.
Sorry, but I'm going to believe Shuichi too.
Oh, I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
See, that's the thing. The only person who can truly say I really didn't do that is Kokichi himself. And if Kokichi was always in the parlor, he'd be able to say you're lying to me straight up, for sure. But since he can't know for sure, he's caught.
What comes around goes around. That's what happens to liars like you.
Why do you guys hate lies that much? There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know? And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people. If you deny all of that just because it's a lie, then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already! You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Miu?
No, he didn't just meet her there. He probably killed.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly. Consider this my revenge.
So Kokichi might know that I lied, but he also knows he can't 100% know that I actually am lying. Not without revealing his hand.
Revenge?
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi. I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
Oh?
So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
Confess?
A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
I came up with a plan after Miu asked me to meet up with her. She asked me pretty eagerly, too. So I decided to pry some info out of her.
No confessing up there, huh?
She gave me the rundown of the virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder. On me, no less. When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned to use that for my murder. So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
You worked together with Monokuma?
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting. It was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator.
You added a motive? Then the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
No fair! Monokuma can't take sides!
And Monokuma can kind of do whatever the hell he wants, actually, so...
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, that doesn't violate the rules.
Bullshit! No matter how you look at it, you guys are working together.
Shh, calm down. I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma, so let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
I told you. I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun. If I can't win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge.
You are really, really weird.
Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, I just said that.
Huh? What did you... Wait! When did Gonta kill Mew?
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
Now you're trying to pin things on Gonta? Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie?
Yeah, there's no way Gonta could commit a murder this complicated. He's not.
It's my turn now!
Ah, crap.
The truth is, Gonta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game.
Okay.
As the Killing Game Busters!
What Busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
What you mean, we?
By the way, I came up with a murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
Gonta what?
Why are you more surprised by that than the first thing he said?
'Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about.
Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
Gonta is telling the truth! He's not someone who lies all the time like you!
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
Yeah, not after insect meet and greet incident.
It's obvious what he's trying to do. Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him. He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime!
You're a terrible person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta. I didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth!
Cut that out! I told you it's not gonna work!
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible!
It does matter. There's no need to bring emotions into class trials. All we need is logical thinking. Right, Shuichi?
I hate you.
What?
Gonta not understand what's going on. But still, Gonta not kill Mew. Gonta really not know anything. And also, Gonta not tell lies. And Gonta not make trouble for others. 'Cause that not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely not lying.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
You, of course!
Come on! There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
There's already proof?
Oh, did you forget already? Then let me make it clear again. Why I can't be the culprit!
Oh god, not that face again. Why can't you be the culprit?
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already?
The setting on his. If Miyu touched him, he would have been unable to move. That's his proof.
The clue is how Mew is killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar?
No.
That wouldn't matter if you strangled her for...
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have...
Kept strangling.
Nope.
That's wrong!
The setting on Kokichi's avatar would have made that impossible, really.
Actually, maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Mew.
Why wasn't it possible?
Mew modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Huh?
So I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting. I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
What?
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
That's not the point.
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck, then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait! What if it was something besides strangulation, then? Like...
There's no doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
Kaito is really desperate to make me the culprit. No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth. The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara! This is the truth you all adore so much.
No! Gonta not kill Mew! It's true! You gotta believe Gonta! Gonta would never hurt anyone!
I believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone. There's no way Gonta would kill! He won't even kill Bugs!
That's because he greatly respects Bugs, but...
I believe Gonta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lies.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time believing Gonta would do that knowingly.
Of course! Who'd believe a liar like him? He's lying about Gonta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it.
I don't know about that. If we want the truth, we might have to ask uncomfortable questions.
Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
Huh? I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone.
Huh?
It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off. We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
What, you wanna suspect Gonta?
Too bad, Kaito. Looks like Shuichi agrees with me.
Well, not fully, no.
No, I'm not trying to...
Oh, the irony! It's all thanks to Kaito that Shuichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Shuichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well, can't be helped. That's just what a detective does.
That's not it, Kokichi. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone
Shuichi, Gonta really not do it. Gonta not culprit. Please, believe Gonta.
We might as well discuss it.
What?
As a precautionary measure, that's all. I think we need to seriously discuss whether Gonta was capable of committing this crime. Only then can we arrive at a logical decision.
Kibo's right.
You guys, why don't you get it? That's just what Kokichi wants. He's just trying to split us up. Shuichi, open your eyes.
But...
2 for 1 truth special! Sorry to ruin this tense moment, but you guys seem pretty evenly split right now. So,
scrum time.
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
So we're gonna do that again?
I actually kind of like it.
Shuichi, why? Why don't you understand?
It's not about understanding, Kaito.
You're my sidekick, aren't you?
Kaito.
Of course I want to believe Gonta. I don't want to think that he killed someone. But as the ultimate detective, I can't turn away from the truth. I need to find the truth. Here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Good, gonna have committed the crime. Possible versus impossible.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
Kokichi!
Oh, wrong
Don't
one.
you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes?
I hit the wrong one.
Such a sweetheart. He would...
Kokichi! Don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I got this! No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kibo! That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Alright, it's Monokuma.
It's all a lie. Kokichi is...
Kibo! That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not kill Mew! Honest!
I got this! The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I know, I hit the wrong thing by accident the first time.
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I got this! I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Gonta is such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Kokichi! Don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Could Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I got this! No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kokichi! I did cooperate with Monokuma, but only on a temporary basis.
It's all a lie. Kokichi is the one who killed Mew.
Kibo! That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not kill Mew! Honest!
I got this! The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
This is our answer!
In my opinion, as long as it is possible that Gonta is the culprit, we have to discuss it.
That's ridiculous. You're going to believe Kokichi over Gonta?
That's not it at all. I just want the truth. If we're going to survive, I have to find the truth.
Basically, we have to find the truth. The truth of, did Gonta do it? If it's even possible, we have to basically figure out, did he do it or not? If we can prove that he didn't, then we can believe him.
Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit.
I still don't think Gonta's lying.
But didn't I tell you guys already? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit. That's why it hurts my heart to persecute Gonta like this! Gonta, if you understand, then do it right. Make logical arguments for the truth.
Logical arguments?
It means use your head to make arguments.
Use head?
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't!
But Gonta really not know.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know! God, why are you so dumb?
Whoa, Kokichi, get a little angry there, buddy.
Gonta just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen.
You're a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
Hey! Now that's just bullying.
Bullying? Yeah, so what? That's what you do in this game, right? You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
No, I never ganged up.
Gonta, argue back already! Just make an excuse or whatever!
Stop it! That's enough!
Stop what? You mean stop the game? Hey, do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it? I don't want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
Oh, that's a low blow right there. Then just die in a hole for all I care! We want to live, so stop getting in our way!
Quit it. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you. Permanently.
Oh, shit. Maki getting real angry.
Maki, please, calm down.
Sorry. It Gonta's fault everyone's so upset. But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit. 'Cause Gonta not know anything. Really.
Cut it out already! That's all you've been saying this whole time!
You're the one that needs to cut it out.
Wait, what did Kokichi say? All you've been saying this whole time. That's true about Gonta. This whole time, Gonta's been saying he doesn't know anything. Gonta not understand either. Miu like this, Gonta wake up. Gonta sleeping too. Had strange dream. Gonta not understand anything. Gonta not know. Murder already happened when Gonta wake up. But why this happened? Why Miu killed? Gonta not understand. Gonta not understand anything. What's going on here? 'Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about. But when exactly did he start using that defense? Gonta started saying, I don't know when... after logging out.
That's it!
That's it! It was after he logged out. That means...
Did Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world?
Accident?
The accident that hurt Gonta, that was... Wait a minute, I've seen this. The avatar error.
This is it! When we logged into the virtual world, an avatar user error occurred.
Some sort of avatar user error occurred when you all logged in for the first time. An error? The contents of the error are unknown, so I can't provide any details. But something strange definitely happened to someone's avatar when you all logged in.
An avatar user error? Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know, I don't understand.
That's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
That's what I thought at first, but I think it's because of the error.
What you mean?
If that error is what's affecting Gonta, then it's making him forgetful and loopy. Then what was the error? What could it have been? Memory loss. He had to have lost his memory. I need a knee. Oh, that was not a knee. Oh, I need S. Let's lose.
I see now.
So that means if he doesn't know or
I believe
understand.
it's possible that Gonta doesn't remember what happened in the virtual world.
Huh?
He doesn't remember.
You started saying, I don't know anything, after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
Oh, that's why he doesn't remember anything that happened in the virtual world.
So I'm wondering if he didn't understand how to connect his visor and he switched things, and that's what causes the error. So I'm wondering if that was it.
Not even killing Mew.
What?
That's ridiculous! Quit screwing around!
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused.
Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
Memory or no memory? Gonta never hurt anyone!
Oh, I see where we're going.
No way Gonta's the culprit!
Mass panic. We gotta focus one at a time. Let's focus on...
I never hurt anyone! Gonta want to keep everyone safe!
You did it, but you don't want...
Would never kill a friend!
Gonta, it's gentlemen! Gentlemen, protect friends!
Your lies aren't protecting anyone.
Gonta not lying! Gonta, swear! Please believe Gonta!
Alright, I don't think Gonta can help me here.
Never hurt anyone!
He's bad with computers! Gonta would never kill a friend!
Is that something we can just assume?
I mean, he has flipped out before. But Gonta can't even kill an insect!
That's a weak...
Swear! Please believe Gonta!
So you're telling me Gonta doesn't remember a thing about the virtual world?
Isn't he just confused?
Would never kill a friend!
Glitch. It should have affected all of us. But because we're all okay, that means there was a glitch.
There was a glitch.
I heard it!
Self-created. Not intentional, but self-created.
the cause of the error that affected Gonta's avatar is the 2 cords on the helmet used to log into the virtual world.
Put the red consciousness cord in the right port and the blue memory cord in the left. Out of curiosity, what happens if you switch the cords? I don't know. I've never done that before. Probably gets all glitchy or something.
I think that Gonta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with memory. Like an error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world?
What?
Gonta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
Huh? How Gonta's supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over. Right is the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
But if Gonta is left-handed, he would have held the chopstick in his left hand.
Oh, but Gonta holds chopsticks with this hand.
That's your left hand!
What?
Looks like it's decided!
What? Decided? He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Gonta not remember. Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
What?
Oh no.
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on. When Gonta wake up, Mew dead. Gonta not know what happened. So, Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
Well, now what he's been saying makes a lot of sense. He thought we went to sleep because that's what he experienced.
No, it can't be.
But Gonta try his best to understand. Gonta imagine real hard.
That's enough, Gonta. We already know.
Know what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Mew.
Wait a minute! That lie! Gonta not kill Mew! Cause why would Gonta do that?
Yeah, it's a lie! I'll never accept this!
I don't know, I'm starting to doubt this now. Gonta might have.
And besides, Gonta's got no motive to kill Mew!
I already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you!
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out?
Is the person who planned it also included as a blackened with the perpetrator?
Nope! Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blackened!
Then there's no incentive to just plan the murder.
But Gonta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this?
Hold on! That hasn't been decided yet!
Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already!
I care about the motive!
Well, I don't care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case.
No matter what you say, I'll never believe your lies.
We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
Impossible? Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination. Which means, Shuichi, you'll be my partner, right?
I still hate you. Me?
Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right? And you don't want that, do you? Okay, let's begin!
Quit screwing around! I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit!
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list. Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
The reason Kibo, Himiko, and Maki can be eliminated as suspects is because they couldn't access the crime scene.
They couldn't get to the crime scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Miu could pass through the wall. The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it. Kaito is the next one off our suspect list, and you know why, right?
The reason why he couldn't do it was because he was logged out.
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Miu logged Kaito out from the start. But she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out. Miu's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
Kokichi's completely running the show now.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects. Gonta, Samugi, Shuichi, and me. Samugi and Shuichi can be crossed off. But what's the reason for that?
We have alibis.
Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
Both of you heard Miu hitting the chapel wall, right? The culprit was definitely on the roof during that time, since they slid Miu down. Because of that, Shuichi and Samugi can't be the culprit. That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
The reason why Kokichi can't be the culprit is Kokichi was Miu's target. Oh, never mind. He just couldn't have killed Miu.
If Miu touched him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
That means process of elimination does leave us with Gonta. This is the first time we've had a process of elimination actually get down to just one culprit.
So then, it's down to one person. And who was that again? Well, who is it?
I hate this. I can't believe I'm about to do this.
Don't answer, Shuichi! You don't need to answer that!
But I have to.
This is all Kokichi's trap!
There's only one suspect left. Only one person could have done this. Gonta, I'm sorry. I really am sorry. You're really the only one. As much as I hate Kokichi, you're the only one.
It's Gonta.
Shuichi?
Oh, and now after what Kokichi said, he blocked in a rule. If there's a tie between two suspects, as long as one of them is correct, we're okay. I got a feeling it's going to be a half-half vote. Half will be convinced for Gonta, the other half will say it was Kokichi. I bet you it'll be a split, and Gonta will probably do Kokichi. So I got a feeling it's going to be an even split between those two.
Yep, Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys wanted so badly! A truth without any lies! Mew Iruma's killer is Gonta Gokuhara!
God, I hate that face.
Really? Did Gonta really do it?
Jeez, is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy. But you forgot everything, so oh well. A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing. If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast, especially since he's an idiot.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to figure out how we could do this, but I'm trying to figure this out before I get in here, because it's gotta be coming up soon. So what if, because Gonta's avatar had an error because the memory and consciousness were swapped, what if, because the computer didn't have the real Gonta to drive it, what if the computer took over Gonta's avatar on some level and went by programming and making Gonta the killer, because everyone else had control of their avatars in the game, but because of what it was by default, what if the virtual world used Gonta's avatar to be the only killer, since it's the only one it could probably control? Which, even though it wouldn't be completely his fault, it would still make him the killer.
I still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
Kaito.
I already said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions to
You want proof? I've got your proof! After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside. And who did they see out there?
Oh, Shuichi and Tsumugi. Gonta, did you see Kibo around here anywhere? No, Gonta not see him.
Gonta.
Kokichi said it himself. When Mew's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof.
Wait, I don't think so.
Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
Then maybe he jumped off the roof.
That's not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up.
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right? If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats, Gonta!
No.
What? Really?
There's still something. Shuichi knows it too. It would have been so nice if that were the truth. If Kaito were right, and this horrible trial would just end. But...
No, that's wrong.
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
Huh?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
just shut up, Kokichi.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. but we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
Kaito, please!
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie?
Kaito!
Fine then! I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up!
I can't doubt my detective work now. If I want us all to survive, I can't back down.
I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now? I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? Damn it! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Damn it! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Keep saying the truth this, the truth that, but there's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Keep saying the truth this, the truth that, but there's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Damn it! There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
It ends here!
It's the toilet paper.
Damn it!
Knew it was a toilet paper. Used it as a rope to climb down.
The toilet paper we found outside the mansion. That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
The toilet paper?
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon. That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Miu's body. It was outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to. I know because I investigated the roof.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am! I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end!
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
Yes, the place where the toilet paper was tied down.
There! The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there. However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it. And then used the doubled up toilet paper to climb down. But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. 'Cause I came up with that idea.
Really?
but I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I guess you ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by.
Oh boy.
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
The matter does appear to be settled.
That... it's...
So, it's true. Going to really kill Mew.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gonta do such a terrible thing?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm with Shuichi at this point.
I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess, it's me. Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's end this together.
He's taking control away from Kokichi. Because I do think, Gonta as he is wouldn't have done it, but I think something happened inside the virtual world that caused him not to act normal because of the error. Kokichi probably was able to influence that version of Gonta. So what's going on now is, because Kokichi's being a huge asshat about it, Shuichi's taking control away from him just so, because even he's now like, Gonta did it even if he doesn't remember, but I'm not going to let Kokichi have his fun.
Okay.
So, I really am sorry, Gonta. I am. Let's see. Kaito Momoto logged out. Don't have anything about the chords yet. No chords yet. There we go. What was posted at the entrance hall? That's the maps. I don't think I got the maps yet. No maps. What did Miyu do when the others left for the mansion? The map of the virtual world. Oh, no, the other one. Hold on. Oh, map of the virtual world. Sorry, we did have that already. Don't have that yet. Oh, crud. Okay, hold on. We're going to skip that. What object did Miyu use when she got to the mansion? The cell phone. What was the weapon Miyu brought to kill Kokichi? I don't think I've got that unlocked yet. This one. Who was locked out against their will? That'd be Kaito. What did the culprit use to strangle Miyu? Toilet paper that doesn't tear. Let's see, to move the body off. The lattice was used as a sled. Unlocked. Alright. That was back over here. Signboard in the river. Miyu smuggles in the hammer. That must be back this way. Yeah, everything else is unlocked. Alright. Let's check the end real quick. How did the culprit escape from the roof? The remaining ones are the mansion ones. Okay. Investigating the roof. Kaito. Investigating the kitchen. That would be some... Oh. Hold on. Dining hall with Samugi. Facing the outside, that was... Ah, gotta find my cursor. The culprit. Oh, that's right, and I was the kitchen. And now back to the beginning, the error that started it all.
This is the truth of the case! The case began last night. After being convinced by Mew, we all logged in to the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device. So, we all plugged those cords into our helmets and entered the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world. It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well. Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder. But we had no idea this error even happened, and so we all logged in one by one. Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Mew confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison and placed it on Kokichi's seat. This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world. After we had all logged in, Mew explained the world to us. Use the salon phone to log out, objects are unbreakable, your avatars use all 5 senses. She also explained the map of the virtual world in the mansion's entrance hall. But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to misunderstand the world. However, one of us was able to see through her scheme. The very person Mew was trying to kill, Kokichi. Kokichi was going to use Mew's plan against her and plotted her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case. Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder. Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel. Mew had us split up to try to find some secret of the outside world. Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan. At the chapel, Mew told Maki that she was going to look around outside. She chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion. Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river. This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel. At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Mew's pranks. That's why we continued with the original plan to find the secret of the outside world. We went to the mansion and split up to look for clues. Kokichi searched the salon. Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room. I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion. Around that time, Mew was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Mew had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Mew had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through. Mew headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way. When she entered the mansion, she pulled out her cell phone. She didn't tell us that there was another way to log out. Then, she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that person to log out. It was Kaito who was on the roof at the time. The same roof where Kokichi and Mew were going to meet. By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious, but her plan didn't go smoothly. Kokichi was waiting on the roof with a culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew. While Mew was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind. And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Mew. This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable. Mew's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock killed Mew in the real world. After the murder, Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof. He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion. The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room and placed Mew's body on top along with the hammer and the cell phone. The culprit heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope. With a body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof. It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel. That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel and we heard in the mansion. Mew's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop. They hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have returned it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby. Without that one little mistake, we might never have solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember. This is the truth you've forgotten, Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist.
I'm so sorry, Gonta.
Gonta, this is the truth we've reached.
Sorry? Gonta not really understand, 'cause Gonta not smart boy. But if everyone agree, then everyone probably right. Gonta, trust everyone.
Gonta.
But why? Gonta kill Mew, forget everything. Gonta even think he not do anything bad. And then Gonta tried to blame someone else and make everyone suffer. Why? Why Gonta do such terrible thing?
Gonta, it's not your fault.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gonta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him. Before we go into that, it's voting time. We should finish up the class trial first.
But is this the right answer? We're not being fooled by Kokichi?
I'm sorry to say, but I don't think we are.
For once, I wish that we were.
Huh? Wrapping things up already? What a buzzkill of an ending! It lacks the rush of previous voting times. Well, after so many killing games, I guess it was bound to happen eventually.
It's just as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the baby.
Oh my, Monotaro. You're even starting to look like a father.
Yeah! I gotta get my act together for the baby.
Now then, pull yourselves together and let's begin! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off! It's voting time!
I'm gonna predict Mono Fanny's actually gonna die. I'm gonna guess. Let's see if I'm right. Damn it. I am so sorry, Gonta. I really am. Damn it. This is almost on par with voting for Kaede.
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result.
Kaito voted for Kokichi.
Who'll be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
That or Gonta did. I don't know. Oh, damn it. This really is almost on par with Kaede. Almost. Damn it.
Absolutely right!
Well, look at that! You voted correctly! Congratulations, you guys!
Let me hear your joyful voices!
Give yourselves a hand! Let me hear your joyful voices!
Let me hear your joyful voices!
I said, let me hear your joyful voices!
Damn.
Damn it. Why?
Wah!
Jeez, you're all moping around. They should be happy for themselves. I know I'm super happy. Hey, what should we name the kid? Good question. We should prepare 6 names.
Yay!
What? We're having sextuplets? I'm so happy I might go crazy.
And another thing.
Hey, Kokichi, you said you would liven things up. What gives, huh?
Here.
You said you were gonna liven up the killing game and the class trial. And I said I'd put the motive, the secret of the outside world, into the killing game simulator. That was just a lie.
Oh.
Oh, so it was just a lie?
What was that?
He just laughed it off?
Hey!
Are you satisfied, Kokichi? I want you to tell us. What is the outside world? Is it the motive you gave Gonta? I plan to explain all of that, but it's more like, how do I say it? You guys are just gonna assume it's a lie if you hear it from my cute lips.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, then let's have Gonta explain.
Huh?
Gonta?
Please stop!
Gonta doesn't remember anything. How can you expect him to—
All right.
Then, we should all go back into the killing game simulator.
Huh?
What?
Because?
Why don't we ask the Gonta in the virtual world?
But
going back to the virtual world is— There's a much easier way than that pain-in-the-ass method.
Gonta's memories didn't transfer over, so they're still in the virtual world as data. I can combine Gonta's consciousness from his last login with that leftover memory data. Ta-da! Alter Ego Gonta is now complete.
Alter ego?
Basically, it's a separate Gonta that only exists in virtual space. If we listen to what he says, we should be able to find out what happened in that world.
Huh? What this? What happening?
Huh?
Is this Gonta?
Huh?
Is that Gonta?
What's that mean?
What sort of phenomenon is this? What did you do?
Hey,
Relax, Himiko. It's not magic and it's not a trick. Alter Ego Gonta is just a computer simulation. It's just imitating Gonta's thought patterns. It's actually different from the real Gonta. Gonta not understand. Who this alter ego person?
now then.
See? It's even stupid like the real Gonta. You can hardly tell the difference. Plus, he's got Gonta's memories of the virtual world, so he should remember what happened.
Please.
Then, other Gonta, tell me.
Why?
Why? Why did Gonta kill Miu?
Huh?
Kill Miu? Why does other Gonta know about?
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, our plan failed. You can tell them the truth now.
Oh. Gonta.
Then, Gonta no could save everyone?
Huh?
Save everyone?
Gonta don't know.
Hey, answer Gonta! Why did Gonta kill Miu?
Wrong.
Gonta just want to save everyone. He wanted to save everyone?
That's...
Gonta, what do you mean?
Gonta.
Gonta think for a long time. How could Gonta be useful for everyone? Gonta not smart enough to help with trials. Gonta strong, but no can fight exisouls. Gonta feel frustrated, cause Gonta no could do anything. Gonta understand how this Gonta feels.
Yeah.
Technically, they are the same person.
But...
So that's why Gonta think he have to do it. For everyone's sake. Gonta think he gotta do it. Cause everyone else not want to.
Gonta.
So... Gonta kill Miu.
What?
What do you mean by that? I don't get it at all.
Oh.
Jeez, Gonta is bad at explaining as always. I guess I'll have to help. So, if you remember what happened at that time... No, we shouldn't. If we want to prevent another murder from happening. Yoink! I'll take that card key then. Kokichi used his life body to his advantage and took the card key from Monokuma.
Huh?
The card key. So you used it?
Yeah.
After working tirelessly, I finally found the door for the card key. After opening it, I saw the outside world.
What?
The outside world?
What?
That was Monokuma's motive? But why would seeing the outside world be a motive? I'll tell you guys in a second, but that was when I found out about Miyu's plan. And it hit me. If I combined the two, then I'd be able to save everyone.
Please wait.
Save everyone? What do you mean?
Hey.
Hey now, you gotta listen to everything I say first. Anyway, that's when I made a deal with Monokuma. If I livened up the killing game, then he would let me use the outside world as a motive again.
Huh?
Again?
In other words...
Let me chime in. The motive keycard that Kokichi nabbed has the right to view the outside world. But even though he saw the outside world, he didn't try to use it for the killing game. That disappointed me. But when Kokichi suggested that we reuse the motive,
Yeah!
he said we should bring back the right to view the outside world one more time. And I decided to run with that idea. So I loaded a flashback light with memories of the outside world and put it in the simulation.
Huh?
Memories of the outside world in the flashback light?
What?
the secret of the outside world and the virtual world was about the flashback light?
You know?
And if it was the flashback light, it would mean the secret of the outside world is part of our forgotten memories.
Huh?
What are you saying?
Wait,
But why would anything about the outside world be a motive in the first place?
Incomprehensible.
What's going on here?
Oh?
Huh? You can't remember? Okay, fine.
You get it?
Let's talk about the motive later. We have to finish up this case first. Monokuma hid the flashback light in the simulator, but I knew where it was hidden. And I showed it to Gonta in the virtual world.
hey!
Hey, you even knew where it was hidden? That's not fair.
To tell you the truth,
Whoa, I just placed it. I never actually said I hid it.
too bad.
If anyone had asked, I would have gladly told you where it was. It's a little too late for that.
Always messing around.
So Gonta was exposed to the flashback light. Yeah, when Kokichi and Gonta leave together. But Gonta can't watch Kokichi, so he not do anything weird. Gonta, you're so sweet, but I knew you'd say that. Even without your ridiculous physical strength, as long as you're selfless and courageous, you'd make me a terrific bodyguard. Bodyguard? With you by my side, I know I'll be safe from any trap. Okay then, let's go! Wait, Kokichi? It's okay. Leave it to Gonta. Gonta keep eye on Kokichi.
Could it be?
Was Kokichi trying to lure Gonta off by himself?
Maybe.
The only person I entrusted with the secret of the outside world was Gonta. After that, Gonta got taken to forest near mansion. Is this flashback light? It looks like it. Maybe the secret of the outside world is hidden in it. We gotta tell everyone. Wait! Are you sure you want to believe a liar like me so easily? Huh? This might be a trap, you know. Shouldn't you check if I'm lying first? I mean, you want to protect everyone, right? This is the perfect time to do it. Protect everyone?
How'd
And
this
there,
happen?
Gonta remember secret of outside world. But that just confused Gonta more about what to do. What can Gonta do to save everyone? Gonta no could think of anything. So I told him, if he wants to save everyone, he should put everyone out of their misery. In other words, a mercy kill.
What did you say?
Was
No way.
Gonta tricked? No,
Wrong.
you not tricked. Cause when Gonta remembers secret of outside world, Gonta think it would be easier to die. What? Remember what everyone said at the beginning? What this that this academy is hell? Gonta agree. Academy that forced students to be part of killing game is hell. So everyone think they want to escape this place, right? But if it's still hell outside, what do we do? What do you mean, Gonta? Inside is hell. Outside is hell. What should Gonta and friends live for?
How'd
And
this
everyone who
happen?
died, what did they die for? It's hell outside and hell inside. And then,
But...
Kokichi, tell me. Best way to save everyone from hell is to put them out of misery where they still not know. And only one who could do such dirty work is Gonta. That's right. The only way you can save everyone is to free them from this hell. Gonta took on the dirty work for us. If he had survived the class trial, he would have lived in this hell alone. Gonta took on that role for us. Shouldn't we appreciate him more? Wait a minute. I still don't get what's happening. What outside world are you talking about? It's hell out there? What do you mean? What did Kokichi and Gonta see? What did we forget? Hurry up and tell us, or else we won't be able to understand it. Gonta, what pushed you to do such a thing? Answer, Gonta! Sorry, Gonta no can tell you. Can't tell us? Why? Because if Gonta tell you, then everyone will end up like Gonta. Everyone despair. Despair? I know it. A despair that makes you want to die. A despair that makes you want to put everyone out of their misery. Did you think that kind Gonta would tell you about such despair from his own mouth? But now we don't know any more than when we started. Now you know how Gonta and I formed the Killing Game Busters, right? Then, can't you accept everything about this case? You can imagine the rest, right? I used Miyu's plan and turned it against her. I had gone away from sight, where Miyu and I were supposed to meet. Huh? Kaito's not here? Yeah, you're right. Oh man, I'm honored you asked me to meet up with you, Miyu. Is this a booty call? Or are you here to kill me? So, you figured it out. But there's something you can do. You can't resist me. I made sure when I programmed your settings. Uh-oh, guess I'm in trouble now. I'm sorry, but you should just give up. This is my only chance. I have no choice but to do this. My inventions will change the world. They'll make the world a better place. It's my duty as a genius inventor, so I can't afford to die here. Sorry. Gonta's so sorry. Don't be sorry, Gonta. She was trying to kill me, too. She said it was for the world or whatever, but that was just a poor excuse. We're doing this to stop the vicious cycle of misery, so you don't need to apologize. But... Gonta, sorry. Gonta's so sorry, Miyu. I already said you don't need to apologize. We had to do this for everyone's sake. It can't be. Gonta would never. You should know that it was Gonta's idea to slide the body to the chapel wall. What? Gonta's idea? Before Gonta went to roof, he happened to see Miyu walk through wall. Gonta tell Kokichi, and he think of everything else.
But...
Gonta gave me that chance. I like to think we make a pretty good team. Good? What's good about that? You're the worst! That's the whole story. That's everything that happened. So in the end, You don't plan to tell us the secret of the outside world. Sorry. Gonta no can tell you that. Well, I mean, hearing that story, it sounds like you were tricked by Kokichi. But
can this be?
Gonta did kill Miu. Gonta really did it. Sorry. Everyone. Gonta is so sorry. Gonta. But Gonta's plan to save everyone failed. Gonta not save anyone. Gonta just make everyone suffer more. Gonta is stupid. So stupid. How can Gonta call himself gentleman? Everyone, please forgive him. Gonta tried to save us all from despair by taking on the sin of killing us. But you reached for the truth, and Gonta's plan failed. All of you could have been saved if you died without knowing anything. So you're saying it was wrong to fight for the truth? Yes, it was. At least Gonta and I think so. You should have all died ignorant. Gonta even killed Miu for that sake, you know. Enough of your shit! You made him kill her! No, Gonta is bad. Because Gonta killed someone. Gonta is murderer. It's true. Yes, Gonta make everyone suffer. That is true. Sorry, everyone. Gonta is sorry he failed everyone. Gonta is sorry for being stupid. Gonta is sorry he make everyone suffer. Gonta, so sorry. We get it. You don't need to apologize anymore. You're probably all thinking that I should have taken on the dirty work and not Gonta, right? Everyone hates me, so the role of villain is perfect for me. I know already. It should have been my responsibility. But when I realized Miu was targeting me, I thought to myself, she must already have a way to prevent me from fighting back in the virtual world. And in fact, you were right. She set it up so she could paralyze you with just a touch. That's why I asked Gonta. I would have done it myself if I could.
That's
okay,
enough.
But you didn't need to push everything onto Gonta to... Stop. It's okay. Everyone, please, don't blame Kokichi anymore. Please. Gonta, you... How nice can you be, Gonta? You really are stupid sometimes. You're right. Someone as stupid as Gonta could never be a gentleman.
Hey!
So, are we done yet? What?
Huh?
You guys are starting to talk in circles, so let's move on to the exciting stuff. Yes! The eagerly anticipated punishment time! Wait, if you're gonna punish him, then please, punish me too!
Huh?
Kokichi? I'm prepared for it! If you're gonna execute Gonta, then It's okay, Kokichi. Please let Gonta sacrifice himself for everyone's sake. That's all Gonta can do anymore.
But...
Just promise Gonta that everyone forgive each other and be friends, okay? Alright, I promise. Alright, it's time for the ultimate entomologist, Gonta Gokuhara! Oh man, I bet his punishment's gonna have a lot of gross, nasty bugs. That's right, you don't like nasty stuff. No, it's not that. It's coming! What? Already? The contractions are speeding up any minute now. Quick, hold my hand.
a special
I've prepared a special punishment for him! Wait, please! I don't want this! Don't go, Gonta! No. Don't cry, Kokichi. Gonta is okay. Yeah. Gonta not cry. Gonta really not scared. But Gonta upset. Gonta upset. He no could protect everyone. Gonta, you can't cry either.
It's punishment
Well then, let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time! Gonta,
Sorry, everyone.
love you all.
Gonta
is so sorry for being stupid. Oh god, I really do feel bad about this. Alright, let's see my prediction about Mono Fanny. What the hell? Oh, even the... Wild West insecticide. Oh god. What? Oh, she's just gonna explode, isn't she? Oh, that's gross. Wait, they both died? That was just gross. Okay, I didn't expect them both to die. I thought maybe Mono Fanny was gonna die. Surprised? What a twist, huh? Even I didn't see that coming. All my little cubs have been destroyed. Wow, so sad. All the cuteness gone to waste. What are you talking about? You're the one responsible for this. Why would you do such a thing to your own children? Cause lately they've been acting all buddy-buddy, neglecting me. Gah! I never get the hang of this whole parenting thing. That's why? Doesn't matter now. We don't have time to give him any attention. Anyway, I'm gonna walk quietly and go mourn my dead kids. Later! Damn it! Why did it turn out like this?
Got a minute?
Hey, Kokichi. Why don't you tell us now? What is the secret of the outside world? If we don't know it, then we won't be able to understand or accept it. I can't accept it either, Kokichi. What is the secret of the outside world? What kind of secret would push Gonta that far? Kokichi, if you really cared for Gonta, explain yourself to everyone, and... I don't want to. You what?
I don't want to, stupid head.
Kokichi.
Oh man, did you fall for all that fake crying? You're so dumb! I would never cry for Gonta!
You son of a bitch. Fake crying?
Because...
If I said the actual truth back there, Gonta would have been real mad. That would have interfered with the game, so I simply lied to calm him down. See? As long as you lie for a good purpose, right? What?
Hey.
What do you mean, what really happened? Why did you make him do that? Obviously, so it wouldn't be boring. What are you... I gave Gonta an incentive, because I thought it'd liven up the game. Come on, think about it. If I actually wanted to save everyone, like what Gonta did, I wouldn't have betrayed Gonta. You should have realized that. Then,
Hey.
Why did Gonta...
Who cares about that idiot? I want to enjoy this game filled with suspicion and betrayal from the bottom of my heart.
Kokichi gave us one of his creepy smiles. When I saw it, I finally saw Kokichi for what he really is. Malice. His entire body, nothing but raw and unfettered malice.
I am the supreme leader of evil, so it's obvious my personality would be twisted. The more you suffer, the more I enjoy it. There are people in this world who spread grief and misery for no reason than the thrill of it. And I'm one of those people. Nothing pleases me more than inflicting pain on others!
Seriously? Who the hell do you think you are? So, for your own entertainment, you sacrificed Miyu and Gonta?
You're so
What's so bad
dumb.
about that? You kill people for money, right, Maki Roll? Someone like you has
bastard.
no right to call me Maki Roll.
Do you want to die?
You look so much better with a scowl on your face, Maki Roll. But hey, you guys are just way too trusting. If only you had suspected me more, then... Miyu and Gonta wouldn't have died such meaningless deaths! Meaningless deaths? Kaito screamed and sprinted up to Kokichi like a bullet. A dull thud resounded through our skulls.
Oops, sorry. I tried to dodge you, but I punched you instead.
Kaito!
You...
By the way, Kaito, is it just me? Or are you way slower? Maybe, just maybe, Kaito is hiding something from us too.
Are you okay? Kaito kept coming at him, and Maki glared at Kokichi with piercing eyes. For someone who claims to be bad at fighting, you were pretty agile just now. And you believed a lie like that? Oh shit! You really want to die, don't you? Oh, did I finally provoke you enough? Is it 'cause of Kaito? No, Maki! What am I thinking? Maki wouldn't lose her cool for a guy like Kaito. He's way too pathetic. He's all bark and no bite. Let's face it, the ultimate astronaut is just a trainee anyway. Kokichi never got to finish his provocation. No one cared what he had to say anymore. They all rushed to Kaito's side. Kaito, are you hurt? Can you stand?
alright?
Do you need to lean on my shoulder? Sorry, my MP's at 0, so I can't use any recovery magic.
Oh?
Hey, why are you all so worried about this pathetic guy? Pathetic?
What's wrong?
Look at yourself, Kokichi. What?
Hmm?
Kaito
No.
always has us by his side, see? But no one wants to be around you. You're alone, Kokichi. And you always will be. You're talking about friends? Friends don't make this game any more Jeez, boring. I'm no longer interested. I don't care anymore. But I will tell you this. The one who will win this game is me. Kokichi spat out those words, then left the room. Kaito, are you okay? Hey, Kaito.
Hey!
You don't look well. It didn't seem like he punched you that hard, but... Did he hit your head or something? I'm okay. It's fine. Don't push yourself. You should lie down and... I said I'm fine. Kaito tried to get up, but... Kaito doubled over. His knees gave out, and he collapsed hard.
What?
Kaito? Blood? Why? What's the matter, Kaito?
Come on. Don't freak out over this. It's nothing. My cold just got worse.
That ain't no cold, Kaito.
I didn't know that coughing up blood was a cold symptom.
It's not.
You're a robot, and you don't know that? I'm saying it's fine.
That is
Just
not
chill.
fine, Kaito.
I just coughed too much and cut my throat or something. I don't know.
As he spoke, he somehow got to his feet. Yeah, that's it. I just need a drink of water. Sorry, but I am gonna head back to my room.
Kaito.
Okay, I'll go with... Don't follow me! What?
Huh?
I can walk on my own. I don't need your help, Shuichi. Kaito staggered off.
Well...
I'll go with him. It would be bad if he collapsed on the way. Right. I'll leave it to you then. Don't worry about it, Shuichi. Kaito was just stressed out is all. Why? Why did it end up like this? I thought I could help. I wanted us all to survive. And I wanted it so damn bad, I kept fighting for it. Fighting for the truth. And this is what I get? By trying to survive, we're just playing the stupid game. Just like Kokichi.
Damn it! It's almost time. Yeah, it's almost time. This should be enough. I'll end it. Now is the time. I'll end this killing game.
God, I really hate you. This world is mine, Kokichi Oma. That's what was going on? Has he been the one adding that shit? I mean, that's what it looks like. Is there... I think Kokichi's dead next. And he's got to be next to go. Okay, so I'm actually really sad we lost Gonta. I mean, it was almost on par with Kaede. So, all I can say is going forward, I really hope Kokichi dies next. I just don't like him. I really, really don't like him. But in order for him to die, though, someone would have to kill him, and then that puts them at risk for dying next. That's the only thing I don't like about that. Well, so I guess we'll continue in Chapter 5 next time. So, until then, I'll catch you later.